What's up, guys? Max Finn here, back with another episode of Fire or Fail. Basically, what I do here every week, I go into TikTok top ads and I look at a bunch of ads and then I break down a handful for you guys here. Some that are really great, some that are really bad. I tell you what the great ones are doing right, what the bad ones are doing bad. That way you can go out there and make really great TikTok ads. And so what I did today, because I know in the comments last week, a few of you were saying, hey, can you really find a few really good ones to analyze? And so what I did, I kind of cheated this week because every week what I have been doing is I do this like on the spot. So I'll just kind of pull it up as I press record and I'm looking at the top ads in the last 7 days and just kind of going through the ones that I think pop out. Unfortunately, last few weeks, most of the ads have just been really bad. There's been a lot fewer good ads. So I've been showcasing a lot of bad ads, not a lot of great ads. So I cheated this week. I went in before I pressed record and I pulled out a brand that I think is doing some really good stuff. That way we can start with some really strong ads and then we can dive into some fails. Sound good? Let's dive in. All right, let's hit that share screen. So I pulled up Mudwater. So Mudwater started popping up on TikTok recently, and they are doing an excellent job with their TikTok ads. So I pulled up a few examples of them. We're gonna watch some Mudwater ads, and they're all pretty close to fire in my opinion. They're doing a lot of things right. So let's watch those real quick, and I'll tell you what they're doing right once we're into watching it.
All right, so here's what happened when I replaced my coffee with mushrooms. Okay, so they're not psychedelic, but they are adaptogenic. But even trippier ones, like lion's mane, chaga, reishi, cordyceps, and you can find all of that in mud water. For instance, lion's mane helps with brain power. You got cordyceps, which helps you with physical performance. And then you got chaga and reishi, which helps you with immune function and stress relief. And then you got some other major ingredients like masala chai, cacao, cinnamon, turmeric. Mud water a day goes a long way for your mind and your body. Give it a try.
All right. So this ad is doing a lot of things right. Big fan of this ad. So let's start right at the beginning. So right out of the gate, you guys know every week I talk about how important that opening text overlay is, how important that opening hook is. This ad, it does a really good job of that. Right out of the gate, the opening hook, the opening text overlay is, here's what happened when I replaced my coffee with mushrooms. Right? That is just a great headline. It's very curiosity driven. I was going to say curious driven, that's not even a word. But it really drives a lot of curiosity. It makes me wonder, like, what are they talking about? You replace coffee with mushrooms? How does that work? Right? I need to watch. I need to find out what he's talking about here. The other thing is most people drink coffee. And a lot of people out there maybe are looking for different alternatives. So this is really going to capture the attention of a lot of people because it speaks to a lot of people. So we have that great hook, great headline right out of the gate. The only thing I'd like to see a little more of in this, again, I think overall this is an awesome ad, doing a lot of things right, but you guys always know I got a little nitpick, even on the best ads. I'd like to see a little more exciting, something exciting happening in this. Like I think what could be cool is, showing the guy like with a full pouring like coffee in to his thing, and then doing a quick cut where they don't really see the audience and see, and then pouring the cup out and mushrooms falling out or something like that would have been a little more interesting, almost like a little magic trick to grab the attention, but that's me nitpicking there. And then it dives into this part right here. So again, this video is around 30 seconds, so good length, a little longer. It drags on a little bit, but again, nitpicking there. But it does do a lot of quick cuts. It keeps a lot of things happening on the screen. It keeps my attention throughout the entire video, even though it stretches a little bit longer than I like. It hits on all the important things. It's got this ingredient, this is what this does. So it really hits on kind of midway through to introduce the product, then it hits on, hey, this is lion's mane, it does this. This is cordyceps, it does this. And again, while he's talking about these things, you're seeing fun images, and these mushrooms obviously look very cool. So it's keeping my attention visually as he's hitting on all the bullets. Hey, helps with brain performance, physical performance, immune function. It's really hitting these buzzwords, stress relief, right? And then it has all these other ingredients. And again, visually, it's showing this swirling cup of coffee with mud water, right? Swirling around. So visually, it's grabbed my attention. It keeps the text popping up. And then I really like the end. It's got a little catchphrase, a mud water a day for your mind, for your body. And it's, give it a try. So it's kind of subtle call to action. It's not really hitting too hard. It's not saying like, go do this right now, end card, buy. It's a really subtle call to action. So this feels really organic, feels really native. It feels more like a piece of content, a TikTok word post. So really strong ad. I really like that one. Now let's look at another example of Mudwater.
Today. 3 reasons why I ditched coffee for good. Number 1, coffee doesn't actually give you energy. It just temporarily blocks the part of your brain that tells you when you're tired. That's why we have a midday crash after the caffeine wears off. Number 2, coffee raises cortisol levels. Cortisol regulates your body's response to stress. This means more coffee actually leads to higher levels of stress and anxiety. Number 3, there are better coffee alternatives out there, like mud water, which is a blend of masala chai, cacao, cinnamon, and 4 different types of adaptogenic mushrooms. So not only does it give you a fraction of the caffeine, but it also gives your brain and your body a boost. Do yourself a favor, throw out the coffee and pick up some mud water today.
Okay. So again, another really strong ad from Mudwater. Opens with a great hook and a great text overlay. So 3 reasons why I ditched coffee for good. That's another really strong headline, right? People are going to wait, I drink coffee. Why does this person ditch coffee for good? Is there something wrong with coffee? Is coffee dangerous, right? You're getting that curiosity going and you're really hooking that person in. It's also using the green screen, which is a great effect. So it feels very native. So you have the green screen going on. This ad also does a better job than the other one of visually having this kind of fun visual in the background, pouring all these ingredients with the green screen overlay. So really sucking me in the beginning. And then again, hits on these 3 bullets. And as it's going through there, it's making lots of visual cuts. A lot of stuff's happening. Coffee spilling, things are pouring in there. So there's a lot of great stuff visually it's happening in the background. And then again, it gets in Mudwater, hits on the bullets, does it really quickly, visually appealing. And then again, does that kind of soft sell at the end of it. Not really a hard push. Now, the only thing I would change probably in this video, if I had to nitpick again, is those parts where the green screen is kind of falling off really low into the bottom right. You're going to lose that face because of the native overlay in TikTok, where you have the sound vinyl icon down in the bottom right, where you have the heart, you have the comment, you have the share, you have the 3 dots, right? So you have a lot of stuff going on in that lower right quadrant of the TikTok screen. So you might lose that face a little bit. So I probably would have centered a little more and moved it up a little more so that face is more prominent throughout the green screen. The other thing I probably would have done is aligned more of the visual in the background to what's happening in the video. So he's mentioning, hey, coffee leads to stress and anxiety and all these things. I would have had a visually stressful person showing somebody kind of shaking, holding a coffee, or someone trying to speak and present at a work event, or something people could relate to in a stressful, anxious environment. So it really elicits that stressful anxiety feeling while somebody's watching. I didn't really connect what was being said in the video to what was being shown in the video. So there's a disconnect there for me. But overall, this is a really, really strong ad. Definitely give what Mudwater's doing a fire there. So Mudwater's doing a great job. There's a few Mudwater ads. And then I saw this ad, and I really wanted to highlight this because there is a lot of people, pretty much for the last 7-9 months, there's a lot of big affiliate lead gen offers taking off on TikTok. And one of the earliest one was auto insurance. There was refi, auto insurance were the 2 big ones early on with TikTok that a lot of people were getting in on and making a ton of money. So quickly got saturated. And what I like about this is 2 things. One, if they're still running auto insurance right now, they're probably doing a good job because it got very, very competitive. And I know a lot of people got pushed out because of rising cost competition. So if they're making it work and they're still running ads, they probably are doing a good job with their creative. So that's one thing. And 2, they're taking a different tact here when it comes to their creative than most people. So I would say 99% of auto insurance ads I saw for the last 7 months on TikTok was the same, showing somebody in the car with their bill, then comparing the bill. It was very cookie cutter. Everyone was doing the same thing. So I like this one because it does something a little different and it's a little more native to TikTok. So let's watch it.
Your new monthly rate of $142 is actually standard for a full coverage policy. She doesn't even know about this new savings hack. Watch this. I actually download the Jerry app, which instantly compares better rates. They saved me over $70 a month. Those are probably just cheap quotes without premium coverage, right? Nope, Jerry was able to cut my rate in half and keep my full coverage with another top carrier. Who just canceled your policy? That was Jerry. They take care of all the paperwork to cancel, so I don't have to worry about it.
They were able to save me $120 a month with the same exact coverage, and they even...
I'm paying $185.
Now, I think again, got a nitpick here. There's not a ton of great ads. Even the ones that I consider great in this are still have a lot of work to do. The first half, I would basically have ended it there. I would have made this a 30-second top ad, and kept that first part. The second part really just drags on. It's totally unnecessary having these testimonials, right? Just really, really necessary. This is, I hate when people do this because they do such a good job of making the first part of the ad feel not like an ad and feel really native. And you do all that work and then you just slap this thing on the back end of it that just screams ad. It's very confusing why people do that. And I really don't get it. But let's just assume that's the bad part of the ad. The good part is this great back and forth. So this kind of one person playing two roles, the insurance agent and the person that's looking for new insurance. This great back and forth. It's fun. It feels very native. This is something a lot of TikTokers do all the time. It hits on some of the objections. It's objection blocking. It has great visuals in the background while the customer is talking, where it has her kind of going through the app and showing it visually. So yeah, this is just a really, really solid creative. If you look at just the first half, again, the only thing I probably change is I would move this captions up higher because they're probably getting cut off or close to getting cut off by the top of the caption and ad description. I would also probably have a better text overlay, right? So the opening text overlay says your new monthly rate of 142 is actually, so it's basically just what they're saying. I would use this to say something really kind of attention grabby, like we talked about the last Mudwater ads. That's going to open curiosity, grab attention, hook you in. That doesn't really hook me in. And then you have this insurance agent text down here. That's kind of black background. It blends in. That's not standing out either. Something as simple as like, watch this girl school her insurance agent, or watch this insurance agent is about to get owned in 3, 2, 1. Something like that would have been a better opening text overlay. But overall, I think this ad does a awesome job for the most part. So those are the 3 fires today. Now, I'm not going to go into too many fails because you guys know how I feel. There's a lot of fails consistently in the top ad section. I do want to hit on just a few. Like, again, we have these types of ads that are just like, this is I think Intel, it's either an ad for Intel or some type of computer. I don't get why brands do this. It's so lazy. So I hate that. That's terrible. And then I think we had our friends down here again, Staples, I think was back at it when I was scrolling through earlier. Let's see if I can find them again, because our good friend Staples popped back up and they were running a very similar ad. There they are. So here's our good friend Staples. So again, they're just running this. It's going to take a second to load. But the same type of ad they were running the last week, where it's just this terrible, it's so bad. Like, this wouldn't even be a good, like, any ad. This is just bad for so many reasons.
Let's go forward to school at Staples stores. Find all their faves at amazing low prices. We're not going back to school.
So that's I'm not going to bore you guys with any more Staples. You guys, I've been hating on Staples a lot the last few weeks when it comes to fire or fail. So we'll give them a little breather there. But anyway, didn't want to do too many today because I want to focus more on what the fires are doing and not so many of the fails. So again, we have Mudwater really, really doing an awesome job. You definitely want to keep an eye on them. As always, guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so you get all my future fire and fail videos, plus all my other tips, tricks, strategies, content I put out there on marketing, entrepreneurship, running a business. And let me know in the comments what you guys liked most about today's video, if you guys enjoy the fire or fail series, and I'll see you on the next one.